everybody. I've just sorted a few bits of clothes and stuff out, and I thought I'd sit and stitch this next tower from when we were stitching last night. And I just thought, yeah, I'll jump on live. Lighting's not very good, so I'm going to try and put a torch on because the phone is in the way. Hang on. Oh no, that's better. Zoom you in a smidge. Go this way. Sorry if you can hear my cat meowing. He's decided now's the perfect moment to want fuss. That all day, well, all morning. I am basically carrying on from where we were last night on the live that I did. Again, apologies if the camera wobbles a smidge. I'll try and not knock the stand too much. Let me just make sure we're working. Is it channel? We are live. Right, what angle have we got going on here? That don't look quite right. We're all wonky. Don't like this angle at all. It's a bit upside downified. What to do? I know it's a bit upside down, guys, but I don't want to mess that too much. So this is actually the bottom of the tower. We're at a funny angle. Right, bear with me 2 seconds. I'm gonna turn this way. Hopefully my phone doesn't have a malfunction. So we need to be about there, I think. Maybe a little smidge more. I also need to be able to see what I'm doing. Sorry, guys. Ooh. Right, how's that? Let's have a look. Right, so that's the angle we need. I just need to zoom in a touch. Tigger, get down. My cat is trying to escape. Right, we zoomed in. I think that'll do. Turn that way. Now my mouth is very close to the mic, so I will try and talk quietly. Tigger, come on. Ugh, blasted cat. Right, we're going up in this tower because I don't know if you remember, but last night we borrowed this thread from over here, and I've ended up parking it here because there's no stitches at the bottom with this colour, so we're just going to stitch upwards with this colour. And this is just a quick impromptu stitch with me. If I have interruptions, I may have to cut short quick because I haven't actually informed anybody that I'm doing this. So if, I don't know, if Ollie turns up or my mum rings, we may have to pause and resume later. But anyway. Hi, Max. Sorry I missed your live last night. It's fine, don't worry. It's all good. I'm hoping to do some more content. It's been a while. Right. 1, 2. Tigger, you can't get out of the window. My cat is currently trying to escape. He won't be able to because the window is shut. You can obviously feel the breeze coming through. You know, and you can close a window just on its catch type thing, so you've still got a bit of a breeze coming through. It's like that, and he's trying to escape. Come on, come and lay down. Right, let's do this. How are you, Max, anyway? Not seen you about on Zoom for a while. Are you still stitching? Or diamond painting? Or any craft, to be fair. Oops. I'm okay, yes, still stitching, been having internet problems. Oh, yeah, tell me about it. It's not fun having internet problems. Mine's getting there. It's a lot better than what it was when I was living in Wrangle. I am in Boston now, but unfortunately the green box that they have outside that helps you to connect to Wi-Fi is full, so I haven't been able to get Wi-Fi as such, you know, like proper home broadband. I'm currently using EE's 5G box. Touch wood, it seems to be doing what I need it to do for now. We'll see when we do the live through my computer as to whether it can handle it or not, but for the time being it seems to work okay just by using my phone and going live straight from YouTube as opposed to OBS Studio and all that jazz. I hope you can get your internet sorted. And the cats are good, they're just a little bit lively at the moment. They'll soon settle. For those just joining, I am cross-stitching. I am doing a cross-stitch pattern called Mother of Dragon by Alexandra V. Back. It's a Heaven and Earth Designs pattern artwork. I'm stitching it on 25 count, and we're doing 1/1 full cross, doing royal rows. Not to be mistaken with the flower rose, but ROWS rose. We are currently sitting at 55.24%, so past halfway. We will finish it one day. I am pretty much at stitching this one exclusively at the moment. I do have my Deep Blue Sea project. I tend to stitch on that if I'm going out, so I go to a couple of stitchy events that are close by, and it's just easier just to take that with me and stitch it in a hoop and hold on to it. I kind of rest it on the edge of a table and still stitch two-handed using a hoop. So yeah, just stitching on those two projects at the moment. Want to try and get a finish done this year, fingers crossed. And that's not going to happen if I keep stitching on multiple projects. So with my stand, I stitch on this, and then, as I say, Deep Blue Sea comes out for some love when I'm out and about. I will probably take this with me to the Rotherham Stitchy retreat that I go on with Josie. We go for the weekend through Floss Friends UK, because I will take my stand with me. But when I'm only going for a day, stitchy, like a stitchy day, I don't like to mess about moving my my stand about. It takes a bit to get it set up here, so. Right, so we need that colour again, which is 3799. Come on, my eyes aren't quite working properly today. Come on. I probably won't get many viewers today because it is early here in the UK, and most of my viewers are across the pond, so majority will probably be asleep because it'll be like middle of the night for them. But I'll see how I go later. I might do another one this evening for the across the pond friends. As you know, my YouTube lives save anyway, so you can watch them at a later time or a later date. Right, that's that one. Then we can park this in the east tower. That's that one. Still no cigarettes. Still going strong with the quitting. It's my nephew's 13th birthday today. Finally a teenager. I don't think he watches my lives, but just in case he does, happy birthday, Cody. He's already told me what he wants for his birthday. He knows I don't get paid till the 20th, so he'll be able to order what he likes. Well, he knows he wants some K-Flex darts, stems and flight combination. So the Tuesday around the 20th, he will get on my phone and order some for his birthday. Maxine, just giving my dog a big bone. He don't know what to do with it as it's his first bone. Oh, bless. I like dogs, but I won't be able to have one. I will have one eventually, but I'm going to have to wait until I get like a flat with a garden or a house with a garden. It's all right keeping my cats in the flat, but I wouldn't want to keep a dog holed up, so one day we'll get a dog. Not anytime soon, though. I've been playing my train simulation game on my computer. It's downloaded by Steam. I think I finally figured out what all the buttons were. It had been a few years since I played it, so I was a bit like, what do I press? A lot of failed missions, but after I've done this, I'm going to do another mission. And now I know what all my buttons are, I should be able to pass them. I keep meaning to get Train Sim World, because it's basically similar to the train simulation game that I play, the classic one, but apparently it's like more of a mission-based game. It's not just free roaming. You get set tasks and stuff. Might invest in that next month. We'll see. Mark them off. Have something to eat first, obviously, because it's getting to be dinner time here. So I'll do this tower, jump off, get something to eat, then have a little go on my computer. Like I say, I might do another live later, we'll see how we go. Don't know what the plan of action is for today. I haven't decided yet. I know Ollie's at work later, so he'll be here at some point later on, I should say, before he goes to work, but he won't be here long. That's that one. Now, the black one in theory is next, but I'm not going to do that one. I'm going to do this one, because there's not as many stitches as the black. So I might as well get this bit done first. 2, 3. Yeah, if you are watching this at a later date, it would be very much appreciated if you could give me a like, subscribe if you're not subscribed, comment away any suggestions for future lives if there's anything that bugs you while I'm doing it. Yeah, I want to try and get my content back up, so get back on the algorithm, get some more viewers going. I'm going to end that bit of thread because I don't like playing chicken. Mark them few off. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to nick it from down here, because that one's only got 3 stitches attached. So I'm going to borrow it. And then we're going to work from this bit first. I know I've said it a few times now, but once I get my setup situated properly, like where I can easily attach my computer cables to do my lives, the zoom in function will be a lot better. You'll be able to see what I'm doing more clearly. Sound quality will be better, lighting, everything. I'm just winging it at the moment. I don't know if you know this, but when you are watching live, you can still zoom in yourself as well. So for example, if you're watching it on a phone, just zoom in using your 2 fingers, and you can actually zoom in on what I'm doing yourselves as well, which I never realised I could do for a while, but comes in handy. Because sometimes when I'm stitching and I zoom it, and I'm doing the live and I zoom in, it can get a bit distorted. So sometimes it is better if you guys zoom in, especially when it's just me stitching and it's just my tower that's showing. I obviously don't want to be zooming in on my face, but when I'm stitching like this on a live, it's handy to know that you can just zoom in yourselves if you can't quite see what I'm doing. Oh, hang on, can you do it when I'm actually live? Let me... Oh, it might be when you're... No, okay, you can't do it while I'm live. Sorry, scratch that. But if you're watching it later on, you can. I know you can do it on a video that you're watching it later on, sort of, that isn't live, because I often do it on when I'm watching Teresa Little Stitcher and people like that. So yeah, you can't. So correction, you can't do it on the actual live when I'm live streaming, but if you're watching it later on, you can. Apologies if you've all just been trying to zoom in for those that are watching it live. And for anybody watching it later on who has zoomed in and been like, oh, that is loads better, you're welcome. I know we borrowed this piece of thread, but I don't think I'm going to be able to put it back. Let's have a look. 3 or 4 more stitches. Might be okay, actually. Now I normally come up from the left, down the right, and then up from the bottom right, down top left, but because I'm going up the tower, sometimes I have to mix that up a little bit. But my legs are always the same direction. Right, so that's that. And then we can put it back down here because there's only 3 stitches. Mark those off. And now what we got here, I'll do the black. So we all know what the black colour is. 310. Can't wait to get this row joined up so that we can move the scroll frame, move the fabric up in the scroll frame, give it a turn. And the rest of this tower is pretty much black. I've got 2 stitches, one there and one at the bottom that is a different symbol. We'll do that one, do those 2 last because I can just continue on to the next tower then, because that colour is needed in that next tower. Cat's trying to escape again. You're going to hurt yourself. Tigger! Lee! Oh, no, it's Tiger Lily this time. I'm going to have to shut that window, I think. I'm going to end up hurting themselves. Tiger Lily! Come on. Tiger Lily! Woke up this morning of an emotional wreck. My depression's seriously trying to kick my butt. My brain was just noise. trying to get the motivation to sort through my clothes and things like that. I didn't think I was going to manage it, but managed to get one drawer filled. And so I've rewarded myself with some stitching. I just really want to get on top of things in this flat, and the mojo just isn't there at the moment. But I've managed to get a little bit done today, so a little bit of something is better than nothing. It's mad because I'll happily get up and sort my cats out, feed them, give them water, you know, sort the litter tray out, chuck toys for them to fetch and bring back, you know, give them fuss. But anything to do with myself, my motivation is just, it's not the greatest. My eating habits are all over the place. I eat, don't get me wrong, I eat. I can eat and eat and eat, but when I'm on my own, it sometimes takes a bit of a backseat. What's the word? Regularity of it. You know, like on the weekend, being away with Ollie, I had breakfast, dinner and tea, you know, regular set meals. Whereas being at home, just I sat on my own, it's not quite as consistent. I don't necessarily have breakfast. And then dinner times vary. We'll get there one day. Right, so that's that bit. I need another 310. Mental health struggles is no joke. Don't wish it on anybody. Do not jump up my dress. Wait. Oh my god. Tiger Lily. No. Good girl. I've already found a couple of t-shirts today. Like the bags that I sorted through. A couple of my t-shirts have got holes in them. I'm pretty sure it's from my cats. And just watching Tiger Lily then, she jumped up. I got a dress hung up. And she just jumped up at it. So I think I've just found my culprit. It keeps clawing at my clothes. It's my own fault. I should put them away all the time. But when you have lack of motivation, it's a struggle. So I've had to throw away a couple of tops today because of claw mark holes. Again, I'm hoping the traffic noise isn't too loud and annoying. I noticed on last night's live it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I have got the windows shut this time though. Not in here, obviously. My kitchen, I've got a window open. That's circulating some air. When I've stopped stitching, I'll probably reopen the windows a bit. It's a bit warm in the UK today, where I am. Sun's shining. And the sun shines straight through my front room window, so it soon gets a bit toasty in here. I'm going to need to have a bit of air circulation. Tigger, what are you doing? I've got a rug on the floor and he's decided to get underneath it. Cats crack me up. Yeah, the more views I get, the more content I'll do. You know, that little bit of encouragement, it helps, knowing that people are enjoying my lives. I noticed a couple of comments from last night's live that people have watched back and said that they've missed my videos. Little things like that, just, it spurs me on to not want to do it, because obviously I want to do it, but just gives me that bit of encouragement that there are people out there that enjoy my content and enjoy me waffling on. Keep thinking about doing like a true crime story while stitching, because as you can see, I can waffle on and stitch at the same time, and it's not extremely distracting or anything for me. I do manage to get a tower done. So yeah, I've been toying with the idea of, you know, like how the likes of, say, Bailey Sarian, who I like to watch, she does her makeup while talking about true crime stories. It'd be similar to that, basically, but instead of doing my makeup, I'll be cross-stitching. Is there anybody, what do people think? Do you think it's a good idea, or would you guys be interested in true crime stories, or would you rather I just waffle? Do what I've been doing. I could, not being funny, I could do both. If there's people out there that watch my videos regularly who are not interested in true crime, I can do both. I could do a couple of uploads, of like a couple of lives a week. One live can be a true crime plus stitch with me, and then I can just do a stitch with me for those that aren't interested, because sometimes true crime stories can be a little bit triggering, so I'd rather not trigger my fellow stitchers. So yeah, give me a little comment and let me know what you think. Maybe even give me a comment on a true crime story you'd like me to discuss. Get a discussion going on during lives. That would be good. I don't know if cross-stitch and true crime go hand in hand, but I feel like a lot of people that I do speak to do watch or listen to true crime while stitching. Must just be a whole stabbing motion thing. We need the true crime to... I don't know, it's just a weird fascination we've all got. Or most, not all. I can't speak for everybody, but... Also, like the true crime things that I do listen to / watch when I'm stitching, you know, yeah, I'm listening to it, but I don't see many lives that talk about true crime. You know, you can potentially get in on the conversation and discuss and debate, friendly debate, like. I don't want to upset people or anything like that. But yeah, what do you guys think? Because I know I toyed, when I first started doing live YouTube videos, FlossTube, I toyed with Stitcher, which was going to be like reviewing a book that I've read while stitching. I obviously haven't gotten around to doing that. But then, to be fair, I've not really read all that many books. I've been rereading books, so not quite got that mojo for a new book venture yet. But I just feel like the more lives I do, the less I'll have to talk about, because people will be updated on my life, and you know, they'll basically know what I'm doing stitching wise. So I feel like if I'm going to do a bit more content, I'm going to need something to be discussing eventually. So yeah, I'm thinking true crime. But we'll see. Watch this space. We'll figure it out. Finish this black bit. Digger, what? No, that's Trixie. Trixie, what are you doing, girl? If anybody who's watching the live who hasn't come across me before, feel free to subscribe. Join in. Give me a like. Get that algorithm going. We are cross-stitching. I'll randomly shout Tigger, Tiger Lily or Trixie. They are my free cats. I gave other platforms a go with lives, but didn't really get on with it. I'll stick with YouTube, I think. Stick with what I know. I know you can potentially cross-platform these lives, but I don't really want to do that. I think I'm just going to stick with YouTube. Don't want to overcomplicate things and end up losing the love of stitching again. Oops. No. Why does that not look quite right? Where's that stitch? I'll do that stitch again. Because it's 1/1, I can get away with doing it, but it didn't look like there was a thread there, so just doubled up that one. Sometimes the thread's a bit too thin, especially with black. So it can sometimes be a bit gappy. Another thing I've discussed in the past is having music playing in the background. I don't know what copyrights are on that. Still haven't researched that yet. I might actually do that as soon as I come off of here. Have a look while I'm eating, sort of thing. Just so that there's a little bit of background noise if we're not chatting. From last night we had this little black stitch in this tower that I left because we had all the black in this side, so that's that tower complete now. Didn't see the point in just stitching one stitch last night. Makes more sense just to wait till I stitch with the black in this tower and catch it on the way down. Oops, that doesn't want to go there, that's it. I've noticed we've moved across a little teeny tiny bit. I think. One of the cats have just decided to sit on my lap. I don't know which one. It's very warm. I'll show you after we finish this tower. Nearly done. That's 2 stitches of the black. That's 1 of black. That needs to bark in the dungeon. Let's mark them off. And that little one in the previous tower. And then we've got 2 stitches of 3021. I'm not going to borrow that from the bottom. I'm going to start a new thread because we need it in the east tower a bit. 3021. Deciding to knot. Threading the needle. Alright, so do we go from the bottom? Now what I might do is a bit similar to this black stitch that was over here. So we've got a stitch here and a stitch right at the bottom. So instead of wasting all this thread, I might just, we'll start with this top one. We can stitch this top one. That one's not a problem. Right. So we've stitched that one, and then it is actually needed in this tower. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put it there. I'm going to mark that stitch off on Pattern Keeper, and then when I get to the bottom of this next tower, I will stitch that then, because otherwise I'm just going to be travelling. And as much as I'm not bothered about wasting thread, I just like to show other people occasionally options. So that's that tower pretty much complete, apart from that one stitch that we will do on this next tower. So we'll put all the finished threads to the back because they're all anchored down now. And we do that with this trusty little snag nabbit tool. It's sounds worse than it is. It's not actually ripping my fabric, don't panic. I think that's it. Oh no, I've got another one in there somewhere. Which one is it? Let's have a look. Oh, it's that one. Now that's it. And put the snag nabbit tool back down. Apologies for coughing. And we will sort through our part threads in this tower. Got and two. Come on, got one more. Use the needle, Ali. That's better. Alright, and then we've got these threads to stitch in on our next stitchy session. There we go. Wash. Thank you for joining me again. Well, I am going to call that it because I do need some food. It was just a quick stitch with me. Let me take you out of this. You can have a little peek at what's going on with her. I'll zoom out a smidge. There she is in all of her glory. I'll move these bits of threads out of the way a sec. So yeah, we're hoping to get these done today. So my next live, if I do one later, hopefully I will be over here somewhere, potentially. Or I might just join you and stitch this one after I've had something to eat. We'll see. But anyway, thanks for joining me again. Give you a little peek at the cat that decided to sit on my knee. And it was Trixie. What's this fluff all about? Oh, my Trix. Okay, girl. Who's a good girl? Who's beautiful? Eh? Who's a beautiful girl? Yeah. Look, Tigger asleep over there. And Tiger Lily is... Where is she? I don't actually know where Tiger Lily is. She must be asleep in the kitchen. Anyway, I'll see you later, guys. Love you all, but not as much as cross stitch.